guys, it's Mena, and I'm going to teach you guys how to knit a little scarf with ruffles. And here's an example that I made for my mom. And here's what a scarf, let me lay it out for you, looks like. This is what it looks like. It's just like it's just yarn right here with like lace and stuff. And I'll show you guys how to knit. And it's knit with this yarn. It's really cool. This is my mom's actually, and I just made it for her, and she let me borrow this for the tutorial. Here, I'll just show you guys an example. Okay, so yeah, what you're going to need is, let me get the label. You're going to need, this is called Radiant, let me see, the brand is called Loops and Threads. You can't even see that. Sorry, you can't see that. It says, there, Loops and Threads. There, now you can see it. So this is what the brand is called, and this is what the yarn looks like, if you guys were wondering. It's chenille yarn with a little bit of lace, threaded lace right here. So this is what the yarn looks like. And then you're going to need size 8 knitting needles. This is sorry, I have it upside down. This is an H-8 5.00 millimeter crochet hook. And then you're going to need some scissors. Okay, so first things first, let me put the camera down. We are going to make a slip knot like this. And then what we're going to do is pull, but make sure it's not too tight. Again, always make sure whenever you're making slip knots, make sure they're not too tight, or else you'll never be able to knit into them later. Okay, so hang on a minute. Sorry, I have the directions here because I only did this once. Okay, so yeah, and the thing actually calls for size 7 needles, but I don't have size 7 needles, so I'm just going to use size 8. It doesn't matter what size you use. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast on 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to knit with this yarn. One minute. So 1 minute. To knit with this yarn, we're going to do a basic knit stitch, but what we're going to do instead is we're going to look for a gap, which is right in between the chenille yarn and the lace right here, and we're going to put the needle in between the gap that's in between the chenille yarn and the lace, and then we knit it like that, see? And then let me do it one more time. So stick the needle through. Sometimes it gets twisted. So yeah, what we're going to do, sorry, it's kind of twisted. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the yarn in between knit the chenille yarn and leave the lace out. Sorry. I've only made this pattern once, so I'm really sorry. I kind of suck at knitting with this yarn. So yeah, yeah. So basically what you're going to do is you're looking for a gap in between this yarn and the lace, and then you just knit the chenille yarn. You don't knit the lace at all, because that's what's going to create the spider web look. Sorry. And this is what the product looks like. So basically what you're just doing is you're knitting and when you're knitting the yarn, you look for the gap that's in between the chenille and the lace yarn, and you just knit that, and then you're just okay, so I'm sorry, I cannot talk today. So basically what you're doing is you're gonna knit this part of the yarn right here, but don't knit this at all, because that's what's gonna create the web look. And you're gonna keep repeating the knit stitch. I'll just do it one more time so you guys see me. Hope this doesn't get too long. So basically, I'm just going in between, not knitting this at all. Sorry, this kind of twists a little bit, so I gotta Okay, so here's what it looks like so far. So basically all you're just doing is knitting the chenille yarn, which is the really soft yarn right here. You do not knit the lace at all, because this is what's going to create the web look. So you're going to keep doing the knit stitch. It's just knitting the chenille yarn only until you have about a yard of yarn left. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in part 2.